Hey guys, Craig here again. A quick update on the Chernobyl build. So here's the zil131. I'm nearly finished with this now. I've just got a couple of little bits to do, such as glue the body onto the chassis, the roof onto the box body, and I've just got a little bit of tidying up to do and filling in some blank areas. But this is pretty much where we're at with the truck. So since we last seen, I've added graffiti to the doors on the truck. I can't really see it. I've got graffiti on the doors on this side now, so that's all matching up. There's also graffiti on that door, as you can see. I've added some rust in areas on the box body, so I've got lots of heavy rust on that door there, and generally around the edges and around the sides. Empty there. I've added wanted posters to the rear doors on both sides. So there's the, you can't really see them because they're so small, but I'll show you the inside in a minute. So I've got wanted posters in that there. I've added some curtains coming out the windows on the sides of the truck, as you can see here and here. Pretty much the majority of this was the graffiti, to be honest. So as I just said, the roof's not attached. So if we take the roof off, on the inside we've got a derelict tool shed. So I've added the battery here, empty boxes. I've got a vise, a bench grinder, canvases, and just general dirt and muck. The fuel tank missing from the side of the truck's underneath the canvas there. Got some empty boxes. You can obviously see the ripped curtains now. Lots of debris on the floor. Got a little generator thing in the corner with a canvas on it. I didn't want to go too mental with this. Oh, I've also added newspapers and everything down here on the floor. And there's a newspaper underneath the battery just there that's all mucky and dirty. I didn't want to go too mental on the interior and put too much into it because you just can't see it. But as you can see, it has got a full interior in the back. It has been weathered and it is pretty much matching to the rest of the truck. So once the roof's on, let's just loosely put that on there. Once the roof's on, it's pretty dark, and unless it's in a fairly bright room, oh, that's going to fall off. Unless it's in a fairly bright room, you can't really see too much in the back unless you get really up close to it anyway. But if anyone does, it's there and you can see it. So things to do left on the truck with the graffiti and that, I've just, these lime green areas, I've just got to fill in around the edges with some more graffiti and blend it all in. The roof bars, I need to do something with that. Just so they're not so standout-ish as it was. And that's pretty much the overall look of what the truck's going to look like. Derelict, tatty, worn out, been there for years, everything's broken. Oh, and I've got the winch cable to do. The missing wheel, I've obviously got that, and that's got to go onto the diorama once it's in place. So that's the truck. The two figures for this have actually turned up. So the first one I got was the Master Box Stalker. So he's just in the process of being weathered and tidying up a little bit. But that's the Stalker. His rifle goes under this arm here. And he's going to be stood in the doorway of the factory looking in. I've got my little child with gas mask on. She's going to be stood sort of like near the truck somewhere looking at the Stalker. He's seen her. She's not going to be too dirty or anything because I want her to look out of place, like there's something wrong, like why she stood there sort of thing. So she's going to be hid around the truck somewhere with him looking at her. And then you've obviously seen the other figures. If you remember rightly, we've got the guy in the NBC suit and his radiation thing. He's going to be in the factory somewhere as if he's coming towards the truck so he can't see the girl. I might utilise one of the soldiers. I might utilise him. he might be hid somewhere in one of the things with the stalk, with the NBC guy. We'll just have to play it by ear. So that's pretty much where I'm at with the truck and the figures. All I'm waiting for with this now, I've ordered the Chernobyl kit number 5, which is going to complement what you're going to see next. So there's more figures in that, and there's more part of a building that I'm really after, which comes in that kit. But the next thing I've done, I've started on the base for the factory. So we've got the concrete and everything, the concrete slabs and that there. So that's going to be the outside. As you can see, I've marked out on the board the factory and where it's going to initially sit. And down here, what's drying is the actual factory itself. So the idea behind this is going to sit on here like that, and then the building coming out of the Chernobyl kit number 5 is going to go on the end down here, or I maybe just move that across and then put it on that end so it'll look like it's the front door to the factory. This is all foam. This has come from China. As you can see, it's still drying. It's come from China, and it's not very good at all. All the brickwork's like blue foam. That's pretty decent, but the actual kit itself with these doors and that, there's lots of bits missing. A lot of stuff was broken when it came out of the the packaging. And if you do look at one of these online, it was really cheap. It was about £18. A lot of the roof structure for it is made out of clear, what looks like 3D printed element. All the wooden pieces, what you're seeing, I haven't done. Like this here, this was all broken in the box. All these little bars, these were all broken off in the box. So that is initially what it looks like. But it should have had all the slats and all the bars going along. But this is really flimsy and fragile, and this plastic is awful to work with. So that's the roof. Then you get the wooden slats. As you can see, here's another one that's broken. But it is, in essence, a wooden and plastic and foam kit. That's the rest of the roof, which I've got to do yet, which is the other side to the bit you've just seen. The plastic bits come in this clear, flexible, bouncy, sort of like plastic. It's got a backing front and back, which I didn't know about when I initially painted it, and then the backing fell off, and then it's literally just clear plastic under here. I thought it was just misty, sort of like plastic, but it's not. It's actually clear. Yeah, so that's the plastic bits to the kit. I think that's about it for the factory. So that's where I'm at. The factory's going to be here. There's going to be a front of a building here. The truck's going to sit derelict, sort of like half in, half out the door. And then the figures dotted around. And then I've got all the foliage, overgrown, weeds and everything to put in. So it's the foliage stuff that I'm waiting for now. And once all that's done, then it's going to be on with getting it complete, basically. So the truck, as it stands, I've still got the floor to do for the factory, is going to sit kind of like that, half in, half out the door, just abandoned. And that's kind of how it's going to look, so that gives you some idea. Or maybe the other way around, I don't know yet. But that's it. So that's a quick update for today. The next update will be once the factory's done and I've got it mounted onto the base itself. And then we'll go from there. So thanks for your time, guys. If you've got any questions or if you want to leave any comments, by all means, feel free as you normally do. And look forward to the next update. Thanks for your time and speak to you later.